You guys don't like him, I'm sure.
Our fans today.
His family doesn't like him.
Hey, listen, well, I don't know about that, but he does give his mom anxiety. We talked to his mom yesterday on the show. She said, Day-Day, when he starts barking and doing all the chippy stuff, he gives me anxiety. So right now, he's giving everybody anxiety because when you go out there and talk and you're going at it with Cedric Maxwell and you're going at it with all these players from the 80s, and you score 2 points, you grab, 4 rebounds, drop 3 assists. I mean, it's a problem. You're not even looking at the basket.
He's no Dennis Rodman. Okay? He's no Bill Laimbeer. He's a wannabe.
Look, he's a 3-time champ. I'm not going to let you go that far. He is tough.
Well, Jimmy G has 2 Super Bowls. I mean,
that's what happens when you play with Kevin Durant.
With Steph Curry, too. That helps as well.
It was the most shocking element, Bonta, last night was not the game, because I thought, if the refs sort of hold back, the Celtics are the better team. I think they win the series anyway. But the comments from Klay Thompson after the game sounded so pathetic. The one thing your goal should be is to not tell the fans of this region that they're in your head. And to say that the fans were rude? What were you expecting?
You played in front of rude people before.
Well, I don't think they were in his head. He dropped 25 on y'all, and he scared the living daylights out of TD Garden. When he got back in the game in the fourth quarter, Celtic fans were shook like, oh, my gosh, they just erased an 18-point lead.
Did he think they were going to root for him? Were they going to give him a cheer?
Well, it's gamesmanship. It's getting the Boston Celtics heads. These guys are champs. They've been here before. Look, I don't worry about that stuff. That stuff with the crowd, dropping F-bombs or whatnot. That's what they do in every arena. That's what they do in every stadium. I wish they would have just said something else and not even addressed it. But they got their boys back in Draymond Green. That's all that is.
They don't curse in the Bay Area.
Oh, yeah, no, we don't. We keep it classy. No 4-letter words. No colorful adjectives.
It's like the fans, we look at games 1 and 2 and look at the fans, like, are they into it or did they get comp tickets from work or something? Like,
here you go.
What is
I
mean,
it's a lot of transplants out there.
Oh, here you go. First of all,
on the bodies and in the stands.
First of all, I get it. You guys haven't been to the NBA Finals since 2007. You've only won 1 championship.
Yeah, but we won every one. We won every one prior to that, starting in 1952.
Yeah,
or something,
I know. When there was like 8 teams in the league and there was taxi drivers playing. Sorry, Bob Cousy, I love you, but come on, you're playing against the Syracuse Nationals
Mike
and the
was
Buffalo
a beast.
Braves.
I mean, they were good teams. The Wichita Witches were tough, but
the Pittsburgh Maulers or whatnot. But Chase Center's rocking. It's a great arena. But here's the thing. The game 1 loss is going to loom large in this series because now you have to beat the Celtics 5 times instead of 4 times. They had that game in the bag. Done. Celtics were ready to throw the white flag in. Derek White gets fouled before the end of the third quarter. Then the Celtics outscored 40-16. Right. That's what I'm looking at. Forget the third quarter where the Warriors had outscored the Celtics by 43. It's the fourth quarter. And the 2 wins, the Celtics have outscored the Warriors 63-27. That's a problem. 11 points last night in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, right.
Come on.
Celtics, we were talking about it earlier. Celtics outscored them 23-11 in that fourth quarter. It's weird. The Celtics team struggles in the third quarter.
Adjustments. But here's the thing I will say about this, and I kind of said this on your show yesterday. And
did they get your name right?
I don't know.
Did you guys call him like Jermaine Williams or something?
No,
the first time?
Wiggy Wiggs.
Some people call
in
me
San Francisco,
Jerome.
we don't just sit in the San Francisco bubble. I get it out there in Boston. You may not know who a 49er is or a Golden State Warrior. We know who Jermaine Wiggins is.
All right,
we know he's a Super Bowl champ.
All
We
right.
respect that.
I rock with that.
So he loves E40 too. So,
I'm an E40 guy and a Too Short guy. So I like the Bay.
We need them out here, by the way.
The Bay Area rappers. But I would say this, and I think, and this is the thing with Steph Curry and when his career ends. And that's why I was saying the importance of him winning without KD is going to be huge for him. Because if not, he becomes the nice version of Kyrie Irving. You can only win when you have a Batman.
See, here's the thing. First of all, he won one without Kevin Durant. He won one without Kevin Durant.
I said this to him earlier.
Why don't we always say Larry Bird played with 4 Hall of Famers? Kevin McHale, Robert Parrish, Dennis Johnson. We never say, Larry Bird never won without them. Magic played with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Michael Cooper, Byron Scott, Norm Nixon. We never dilute his championships.
Let me help you out. Ask Wiggy how many times KD has won without Steph.
There you go. Ooh, I like this guy.
Oh, that's a good
point.
That's
why. Hey, we got the same last name.
How many times has Batman won without Steph Curry?
But
0.
Curtis always talks about this, and I think he's right. He's dead on. the Patriots, without Brady, haven't been able to win a championship. And Brady has won one. Now, I look at the Curry situation, and I say, yeah, you won one championship, but so hasn't Dirk Nowitzki. So hasn't, other players in the NBA. But you're a guy that you talk about this dynasty in Golden State. Was the dynasty more about Kevin Durant being your teammate?
Oh, no.
Or you? That's why he has to win one, or it becomes he was only able to win because of KD being there.
I guess, but he's already a made man. He's a made man. He's a 2-time MVP, the first and only unanimous MVP in the league history. He's literally changed the game where he got all these teams shooting threes now, thinking they could be Steph Curry and bomb from 30 feet. So Steph Curry's a made man. He's doing his job. He dropped 31 yesterday and willed them back into the third quarter, and he's had a dynamic finals averaging over 30 points a game. So whether he loses this, we're all going to look at Draymond Green saying, there was no contributions there. Where's Jordan Poole at? He's been up
that's
and down.
not going to be it.
But
do you think Draymond Green got into the head of his own team?
No, they don't. They're used to that, man. Draymond's being Draymond. But they're looking at Draymond Green saying, look, you have to take at least 10 field goal attempts. The record of the Golden State Warriors over the course of Draymond Green's career, when he scores at least 8 to 10 points a game, they're like 230 and 55. No joke. So when he scores and he's aggressive, they're nearly unbeatable. But the problem is, half these games, he's not even looking at the rim. And when the Warriors won 15 games 2 years ago, at least work on your three. Take 10 threes a game to work on your shot. Now your shot still looks broke. Look at Al Horford. He wasn't a three-point shooter.
Speaking of that, what is the whining that is going on out there in the Bay Area?
The whining?
The whining, not the wine and cheesing, the whining.
We do need some wine and cheese.
With regard to Al Horford and that being intentional last night when it comes to Steph Curry.
We don't even care about that. We played on. We're not even talking about that. That won't even be a topic on our show. We know Curry cooked Horford. It was a Scott Foster special. Scott Foster and the referees yesterday were awful on both sides of the court. They were trying to take over the game. We won't even bring that up. We would just be like, man, did you see Curry cook Horford there? I thought it was just an and one. I don't even know why they went to review. So I'm with you there. Scott Foster blew that one. And the referees in the NBA, we know they're all-time bad. All-time bad.
We agree on that.
Terrible.
But my issue is, so Steve Kerr, when he's not telling the world how to live, is praised, is constantly praised for this brilliant coaching, this dynasty that he's had. His team is front running. They are all a bunch of front runners. Oh. When they have the table stacked in their favor, they are as good as you can.
Runners?
They're at their best when they're at home, when they have their environment, when they have a big lead, when they have KD.
You do realize they've won a road game in 26 straight postseason series, an NBA record.
Okay, that's great. And how many of those games were they the better team? How many?
You do realize they've come back from 3-1. You do realize they've ended the Houston Rockets in Houston in a Game 7. You do realize they ended the
James Harden loses to everyone.
No, but they've ended the Rockets. They ended the Memphis Grizzlies. They ended the Oklahoma City Thunder.
They ended Ja Morant's career? I mean, Ja Morant just started.
No, I'm talking about the old Grizzlies. Marc Gasol, Zach Randolph, Tony Allen.
No, it's a real Hall of Famers, Marc Gasol and Zach Randolph.
Now, you want to talk about front runners, that's the Memphis Grizzlies of today. When they're dancing and doing the gritty and they're having fun and they got their dancing.
Steve Kerr's a great coach when he has the best team, but Ime is coaching his pants off in this series.
Okay, you can say that. But what coach isn't great? Like, you think about all the great coaches, Red Auerbach. How many Hall of Famers did he coach?
Well, of course.
Phil Jackson had Michael
So are the
Jordan.
Celtics a more talented team than the Golden State Warriors?
They're even. They're evenly matched.
So
team.
then they have the better coach then?
No, they don't.
They're
have
up
the
2 games to 1, and they're even.
Ime's really good. Coaching's not winning this series. Talent is winning this series.
Did you be honest? Did you guys give the Celtics any chance going into this series?
Absolutely.
You did?
Absolutely.
You're on record.
You go check my Twitter. I said it's going to be hard to beat the Celtics 4 times. Hard to beat. This is a few weeks ago. Okay. That's my co-host right there, Joe Shasky. The Celtics were a team that matches
He's a
up
former
really
butcher.
Well. He's a butcher, no doubt. But the coaching
is that why
thing,
the show is called The Morning Roast?
The Morning Roast, baby. You get roasted either with coffee or some other stuff.
Now
you know what I'm saying?
Now I have to have roast for
lunch. Y'all may not know
lunch.
about that out there in Boston.
What's that? That good kush?
Yeah. That's that little yeah, sticky icky. You know what I'm
we
saying?
got it out here too now.
Wiggy's
don't get
got
it
plenty.
twisted. We got it out here. We might not have that California buzz, but we got it.
Yeah, y'all definitely don't got to speed on that one. Y'all don't have a speed there.
Just keep it classy, Wiggy. This is a rude city, so keep it classy when you're
I
talking to
won't
these
drop
guys.
no
Hey, we feel like home
classy.
here. We were able to kick our feet up at TD Garden.
Yeah.
We went to Ocean Prime yesterday.
That's
we
cool.
sat there for 3 minutes.
That's Greg's spot.
And the waiters there was giving us free shots. They were like, oh, you guys look like some real ones.
What time were you there?
We got there. What time we get there? About noon? About 1 o'clock?
Oh,
I was there 4:30 or so.
Oh no, yeah, we were napping by then. we were knocked
I
out.
think there was maybe a Bay Area rap artist that was there at Ocean Prime last
Mr.
night.
Fab
I think so. Yes.
with the gold chain, dope era.
Really, Wiggy is the rap guy. I mean,
he's more of the
rock guy.
Bruce Springsteen
I am
guy.
a rock,
Springsteen, oh,
I'm a rock
boy.
guy. However, since you're into it, I argue with Wiggy constantly about top 5 rappers all time.
Ooh.
I have Marshall Mathers on my list. Wiggy says, "What are you laughing at?"
That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Eminem's top 10, top
know.
5.
He's not
I
top
don't know.
5.
He had 2 great albums. He's a great lyricist, but you got to have beats for me as well. You have to be an entertainer too. So I know Biggie Smalls, Jay-Z, Pac. I may have Jada Kiss up there. I got to go with 40 because I'm a Bay guy. So I mean, top 5's full.
He don't know
That
40 though.
Yeah, he don't know about that.
How do you know I don't know 40?
Because you don't.
I know 40.
He was at Paul McCartney last night.
He has no idea. He's like, who's 40?
What guy over here, man? I'm disappointed in him, man. He's taking shots at Kerr. He's taking shots at DeBay. He's
All right.
into it.
So listen,
So listen. From your perspective, what do the Dubs have to do when it comes to the rest of the series?
They got to play some damn defense, number one, to stay in front of these guys. The shots that Curry and Clay made were hellacious shots. They were tough. When you look at the Boston Celtics on the other side, they're getting wide open three-point attempts, and they're going to start to nail them when you give them that many wide open attempts. So Warriors have to, one, get off to a faster start. You can't fall behind by 15 in the first quarter and then play uphill the rest of the game against this team in the Boston Celtics. And you got to do something that no team has done this postseason, which is beat the Celtics at least 2 times in a row. Now the task is you got to beat them 3 out of 4 to win the NBA championship.
And
You
you
got 2 games at home. You have to win game 4. I mean, that's
Tomorrow
the
night
season right
must
there.
win.
It's
Must
the
win for you
season
guys.
tomorrow.
It's the whole
And
season.
you know why those guys are wide open? Because there's something that our superstar does that your superstar can't do. Is when Tatum gets into the lane, he looks to dish. Where Curry only had 2 assists.
Yeah.
So you ain't gonna get wide open shots when your guy when he's not able to create and get to the lane and kick it out to those guys. That's the difference with Tatum taking it to the next level, where I would say that Tatum is the best player in the series. Even though Curry might be scoring more points, Tatum does more.
It's what the Celtics are presenting, right? They're taking away everybody. Their defense off the ball, whether it's on Clay, Wiggins, they are suffocating the Warriors.
Right.
So Steph Curry sometimes have to go into takeover mode and say, look, this is what I have to do in this series to win these games. So, look, Jason Tatum's a smart player. 9 assists last night, took over the game in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
The Warriors gave it up in the fourth.
Well,
5 turnovers in the first 5 minutes of the fourth quarter? You're going to lose games like that.
One of the saddest things is to watch the end of a dynasty, and that's what we're watching here. So.
And be polite tonight. Say, good job, Clay.
Good job, Austin.
What's that kid who was at the Miami game? Good job, good effort. Let's send him to the Garden tonight.
All right.
And remember, Greg, that dynasty ended when Katie left.
No, hey, they'll be back. If they don't win it this year, they'll be back next year because they got a young stud in Jonathan Kuminga and Moses Moody. Warriors aren't dead yet. They just
All
got
right.
to tweak some things.
So, get a little plug for the show.
Oh, yeah, Morning Roast, 95.7 game out in San Francisco. Also, NBC Sports Bay Area, Warriors pre- and post-game live. It was a depressing one yesterday.
And you're doing the show from here.
And we're doing the show from here upstairs at WEEI. My guy, Joe Shasky, the Butcher, we're from San Francisco. There's not too many locals. There's a lot of outsiders trying to perpetrate like they're from San Francisco.
Okay.
We're real San Franciscans. We're born and bred in the city. Actually took public transportation out there. Everybody else Ubers around and stuff
Listen,
and whatnot.
I
So-
am Ocean Prime in the Seaport. That's my restaurant. So that next time you go, let me know, and I'll go
Let's
over
go.
there. I like the salad over there. Fantastic salad.
I love it. I was just a little disappointed they didn't have any lobster rolls, man. I
Oh,
needed that
you want
lobster
a lobster roll?
Yeah, I want a lobster roll, man.
Well,
What's up?
Wiggy can tell you where to go to
No,
get
no,
a
I'm not.
lobster.
Remember, you're the seafood guy.
Yeah,
I don't
we
eat
don't
lobster.
like seafood.
I don't eat.
I know. Isn't that weird? He
It is
doesn't eat-
weird.
So you or Shine would have to tell him where to go to get the lobster rolls.
Neptune Oyster is the best lobster roll in Boston.
All right, there you go.
Yeah, in the city. I mean,
don't know
if
if
you
I
want,
trust
you
you.
should drive to the.
I'm going to send him to Long John Silver's.
I mean, you should drive up to like Gloucester or someplace like that. Go to
We'll
like
figure
Yeah,
it
I can
out.
get you a nice hole in the wall place if
go
you
to
want.
Woodman's.
Oh, there you go.
Is the name of that place Woodman's?
Yeah,
up
that's
there?
in.
That's a
That
clam
is in.
shack.
No,
Yeah,
that's
but they
in
have a great-
Byfield.
Where?
I think Byfield.
Byfield. They have a
By the
great
way,
lobster.
I see you guys are streaming, so I just want to show the city of Boston, the GOATs in San Francisco. This is greatness.
Okay.
Curry, Montana, Barry Bonds,
and Pelosi,
Jerry Rice,
and you have Nancy Pelosi in there too.
Hey, Barry Bonds.
Montana's
We
even
really
the best
claim
quarterback
her.
from San Francisco.
I mean, Nancy Pelosi has really done an amazing job with that city.
Look,
I mean,
you're not
really,
gonna
it
get me
is.
talking politics here.
It really
I'm
is.
gonna leave that alone.
I have a question. Can I just do a quick football question with Bonta
Do you
here?
have any indoor bathrooms, or do people just go outside all the time? How does
Oh,
that
we
work?
do it both ways, man.
Okay.
You got to do what you got to do.
People go
You gotta
right on the
defecate
street.
on the
I mean,
street.
I'd say it's a whole new approach. You just go to the bathroom right on the street. in San Francisco.
Well, Clay pooped his pants post game.
All
right, so a quick question for you: Trey Lance or Jimmy G? Who's the starter week one?
Jimmy G's not going to be on this football
They're
team.
trading him.
I think he's getting cut or traded. He's not coming. He's not going to be a 40. It's Trey Lance.
Are
time.
people in on Trey Lance?
Oh,
ready
they
to go?
better be.
Oh,
They
cool.
better be. Did you see Jimmy Garoppolo in the postseason?
Not good.
Throwing up on himself?
Not good.
I couldn't believe when he came up here to Foxborough 2 years ago and beat up on you guys. Remember that game during the pandemic season? Jermaine remembers that game. I mean, Jimmy G's gone.
Yeah.
We're happy with Trey Lance. And then you guys can talk about McCorkle Jones all day long. I heard he's going to be talking at 11 o'clock, so you can play that sound on how his noodle arm is going to throw out there in Buffalo, New York, or South Beach,
It's a
Miami.
pea shooter. Thank you very much.
Oh, a pea shooter. Yeah, there you go.
Whatever
Whatever you
BB
wanna call it.
gun.
We'll let
fun.
you go. Thanks for coming on.
Hey, anytime.
And we'll talk to you after the Celts close it out in Game 5. Game 5. All right, we'll be right back.